My name's Colin and I'm hoping to run an ultramarathon every month in 2023.
And my name's Andrew, Colin's brother, and I'm going to be joining them for half a marathon during his ultra run every month. This is Idiots Go Running, Episode 1, The Plan. Welcome to Idiots Go Running. My name is Andrew Goodman and my co-host is
Colin Goodman.
And we are brothers from Northern Ireland. Colin, tell us, what is Idiots Go Running? How did you come up with the idea, or how did we come up with the idea of Idiots Go Running?
End of last year, in my kitchen, having a chat, I wanted to do something new. I wanted a new challenge. And for whatever reason, Andrew, I can't remember how we came up with this running idea. I actually can't remember. I'm not going to lie to you.
It was New Year's Eve, 2022, a few hours before midnight, and I was round at your house. You were a bit down. You wanted to do a running challenge. Last year, Colin, you attempted to run the whole of Ireland. You got about a third done, and we'll maybe come back to that story on another podcast. But you wanted another challenge for this year, just through a bit of chat. And I remember I left your house, and you phoned me literally 2 minutes after I had left, and you had said, "I've got it. I want to run an ultra marathon every month."
I thought this time it would do a challenge that I could actually finish and I was able to do. And I thought this was reasonable for me. Last year, as you said, we'll get back to that story, but it was maybe a bit unreasonable. But yeah, that's a story for another day.
And normally when Colin's out running, I maybe help him, bring him gels. I'm the man in the van. When he was running Ireland, I was the man in the van. We've got quite a few stories about the van and things that went wrong in and with that van. Again, for another podcast, stay tuned. But this time I thought, you know what, I'm going to run with Colin. Now I can run 3 to 5 miles comfortably enough, and I decided I'm going to run a marathon with Colin. A few days later, decided to back out of that challenge after speaking to my physiotherapist friend and decided to run a half marathon. So you're going to be running an ultra marathon every Saturday. The last Saturday of every month in this year, you're running an ultra marathon, and I'm going to join you for the last maybe at least 15 miles or at least a half marathon.
Yeah, minimum half marathon. You're not allowed to reduce it anymore, because reducing it anymore will probably make it too easy for you and you'll be able to complete it. This way, you can build up to a full marathon before the end of the year's done.
Colin would like me to do a marathon before the year's out. I've no real intention to run a marathon, but you never know. By the year's out, I may decide to do one, not an official one, just one of these Idiots Go Running days out.
What is Idiots Go Running? We've explained what it is, but did you say that we're going to be doing one every month? Did I miss that?
No, the challenge of Idiots Go Running is we're going to run once a month. Well, we might do several runs, but we're going to have one main event on the last Saturday of every month.
So we're going to pick a destination. And for example, myself, I'm going to pick something 30 miles plus. So you're talking from my house to somewhere in the Mourne Mountains, maybe to Portaferry, maybe up the north coast. And just at the end of every month, it gives us something to A, look forward to, B, to train to, and 3, to basically visualize us doing this run. I think we really had so much fun with our previous challenge that it was incredible fun. So many stories. We thought, we can't end it here. We've got to keep this fun going. Yeah, so that is Idiots Go Running. End of every month. Massive challenge for the both of us. Andrew, who's only ever done one half marathon. Myself, who's done 3 ultra marathons.
Well, just on that, Colin, tell us a bit about your story and how you started running.
I've always been into football, always been pretty fit. And then in 2016-17 was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So anyone who doesn't know what multiple sclerosis is, it's basically my immune system trying to eat away at the nerves, which can cause issues. So crappy news. If you've read the book Atomic Habits, it's where you basically, small changes can lead to something great. I actually made 360-degree turn and decided to change my diet, decided to go paleo, and then I started doing a wee bit of running, maybe run 2 or 3 miles. 2 or 3 miles turned into maybe 10 miles for a bit of crack. And then I thought, I wonder if I can do a half marathon. Did a half marathon, and then did a full marathon. And then a full marathon turned into 2, 3, 4 full marathons. And then that turned into I can run the length of the country. That turned into 2 ultra marathons. and nearly a full marathon. And now I'm here wanting to do an ultra marathon every month for this year in preparation for my next challenge.
Unbelievable, Colin. Unbelievable story. Very inspiring. And you've touched a lot of people. Again, we'll go into it in another podcast, but you raised money for MS at your attempt to run the length of Ireland. How much money did you raise last year, Colin?
Approximately about 9,500. Yeah, so it was a lot of people donated. There was a lot of support, a lot of help, and it was this is what's kind of inspired the two of us to do this.
So that's your story. You've ran marathons, you've ran 2 ultra marathons, and when it comes to myself, I can run maybe 3 to 5 mile at a push. I went running with Colin once, maybe 2 years ago. We did a half marathon and didn't really train for it because I am an idiot. And I think I just got to about 5 miles. And Colin will tell you that I think at about mile 8, it was okay. Maybe mile 9, it was okay. And then at mile 10, I was starting to feel it. I was fading, wasn't I, Colin?
You were falling apart. But you know what? It was sub 2 hours.
It was sub 2 hours, but those last 2 miles, I felt like my knee was, I don't know how to describe it. I was in absolute agony. And I remember that coming down the last hill, I could barely walk down the last hill.
Yeah, the last 500 yards were incredible.
What made it very, very special is at this point, I can hardly walk. And Colin, you'll testify to this. I can hardly walk, and I just want this to be over. And I think I looked at you and I said, race you to the finish. And what did you think when I said that, Colin?
tried to race you because you didn't even, I don't know if you finished your sentence. The only way you did beat me was that I'll race you to the finish and you got a head start.
I took off.
You just took off.
I took off. If you'd viewed me 4 seconds previously, you'd go, that guy has a chance of collapsing on a heap and he won't make it the last 500 yards, 500 meters, whatever it was. And we took off, and then you took off, and we were laughing and we were smiling, and the crowd, because there's big crowds at the end of a marathon or half marathon in this case, and they were all cheering with us because at this stage, a lot of people's, they're going at an okay pace, not very quick. And we were sprinting, Colin, at this stage, absolutely sprinting to the finish line.
Prior to this, Andrew looked like the one with MS, not me. And
I often say that when we're out running, if you see the two of us running, you think I'm the one with MS and not Colin. That's our fitness levels. Me running a half marathon every month, that is idiotic.
I think I've got 30 miles. That was evil laugh. I think I've got 30 miles in my legs.
I think I've got 5 to 6.
5 to 6. Andrew told the physio the truth. Of course, he's going to tell you not to do anything. When Andrew says he can run about 5 to 6 miles, he does it the odd week. No, he'll do it more than that, won't you? And your strength training. What did the physio say about your strength training?
He laughed at me when I showed him what I was doing for strength training, and my wife also laughed at me. But since then, I think I've got a little bit better. So because of my knee problems, or I don't have knee problems, because my knee was so sore doing the last half marathon, I decided I need to strengthen these knees, and I've been doing some strength exercises. Not going to lie, it's not every day, but I'm hoping it's enough to pull me. See, this first race, it's all about getting to the finish line, getting there safe, and getting there uninjured.
wasn't the physio's words? What's that supposed to do? When you were showing him a strength training, Andrew, what's that supposed to do?
He said a lot of stuff, but I just there was a lot coming at me, and then he showed me some exercises and how to do them correctly. So we'll see if they pay off. Because after this challenge, in 4 weeks' time, there's another challenge.
Yeah. So after this one, I think the next one, Andrew, is going to be Portaferry. So
currently we are, if you couldn't pick up, we are from Northern Ireland. Colin lives in Belfast. I live just outside Belfast, and all these challenges are going to be in and around Belfast the last Saturday of every month. And if you're listening and if you're up for a bit of crack, for a bit of banter, if you think I could be that idiot running with those idiots, you're more than welcome to join us. Just get in touch.
Yeah. And it's not just around Belfast, it will be the North Coast. We've got two runs up the North Coast.
Sorry, around Northern Ireland. Sorry, I was meant to say.
If you do listen and you hear, they're running near me, and you want to join, just come on out. You can do 5 miles with Andrew.
15, I think you'll find this first one.
Yeah. Well,
All of it,
okay,
all of it
15
might not be running. In fairness,
No, it'll be good crack. He's excited because he's talking about bringing his drone with him, and
now, in fairness, just before we started to record, we're planning our route, and there's this car park with a viewing point. Colin goes, "You could bring your drone." He's me, I could bring my drone, and then Colin goes, "Google it, see if there's a wee coffee shop nearby." So that's the kind of level of athletes you're talking about here. We're talking about running an ultra marathon and a half marathon while bringing drones and getting a latte along the way.
That rhymes are for
I tell you what, that could be my motto.
Yeah, feel free to meet us in Steve Coop's car park.
That seems to be the highlight of the first one.
Steve Coop, you've got to go to that car park.
So the first one is Saturday the 28th, 2023, and we're recording this on a Monday night. And so we've got another 4 days of training. Colin, how's the training looking for you? How confident are you? What's your fitness levels at the minute?
I think end of last year, my running basically went down because I didn't have a challenge, and then starting this year, my running's starting to pick up. So on Sunday, I finished 12.6 mile. Was pretty good, pretty comfortable. And I've been at the gym, 5 times a week. Focus on strengthening exercises. Now, granted, I probably look less of an idiot.
I was about to say, this is called Idiots Called Running. People's going to be listening, going, I'm hearing one idiot and one guy that sounds fairly sensible and ready for the challenge, Colin.
No. Look.
We've got one guy that runs ultra marathons, and we've got another one who's going to bring a drone and is stopping for lattes along the way.
Here, you didn't run missing to nearly Limerick. Look, it seems reasonable. I think I can do it, but then again, you're talking to the same guy who thought he could push a car up a hill, and it ended up on his neighbour's wall. So, trust me. Just
before Christmas, Colin thought he could push a car up a hill, and it didn't do well.
My car broke down, and I thought, my wife, jump in the driver's seat and undo the handbrake, and I'll push the car back into position. Now, granted, I put the car in that position first of all. So I drove the car forward, got it stuck. Rachel jumped in the driver's seat.
And who's Rachel? Sorry for the listeners.
My wife. I said, undo the handbrake. Now, the car's on a pretty steep hill. Undo the handbrake, and she undid the handbrake. And this was all led by me. It was an idea that was stupid, and it got stupider. And I should have left it at that. And it just ended up in my neighbour's wall. Now, we're lucky to have the best neighbours that they were...
So the car actually hit the wall then?
Yeah, it went into the wall, dented the wall, and to the last minute, I thought I could keep that car off that wall. Now, what made it worse is that they had people coming around to their house. So they had this feature in their garden, which was my broken down car. And so whenever they said what happened, they had to tell the truth. And our next door neighbour tried to push a car up a hill, and that's where it ended. So yeah, what I say, idiots.
Well, this is a bit more like a column. This is what people want to hear, that you're not completely sane. You are idiotic. No. And we've got many stories like that. For instance, about the pie that landed on the ground, and yet another story. He couldn't tell a woman. He couldn't tell a woman that he dropped his pie. We'll get to that story. And then another story of the curry Weetabix again. Involving running, the curry Weetabix. All these stories and more coming this season on Idiots Go Running.
Yeah, that's a tip. That's a running tip.
Speaking of tips, Collins, this is going to be my second half marathon. Running tips, what tips have you got? Bring a drone and look for latte shops currently, or coffee shops is the only thing you've really told me about. What should I be preparing for now, 5 days away from this first event?
Honestly, I would say that, and I've told people this, that I don't know if it's even a thing, but you know why people go, they're naturally fit?
Yeah.
I would honestly say that you're naturally not unfit. Does that make sense?
Right, well, it kind of sounds like a backhanded compliment, but go on.
It is. You've got it in you. You can do it. And it's just, it will be painful, judging on your last one. But look, we're not going to break sub 2 hours in 15 miles. This could take a day.
Well, it better not be a day, because I've got a dinner plans arranged on Saturday night, so I'll have to get back.
Sure you do. We arrange this. So we both got 3 kids, and he arranges and says I have to be back for a certain time. So now we are kind of running against the clock. So Andrew's going to be very a broken man at someone's dinner party. Are they coming round to yours?
No, we're actually treating ourselves and we're going out.
Ah, nice. So it's not too bad you're not making dinner. So there you go. But do you know what? You'll have something to talk about at dinner. That's the beauty about these running events and these challenges, is that your life isn't just, what did you do today? The same rubbish another day. You actually get to explain, oh, this is what we did. We went to Sleeve Cube Car Park with a drone, or with a latte on the way. So every time we do a podcast, hopefully there's stories, hopefully something funny happened. Andrew refuses to wear pink jerseys.
Colin phoned me up today, goes, Andrew, what about running pink jerseys? I said, Colin, what about not?
It's so people see you. Like,
there's other colours other than pink that people will see you in, Colin.
I know, but I was going to get a matching pink hat.
A matching.
This is a shout out to Stephen from You Branded, because he's helping us out with the jerseys. Really, really good guy, and he's going to brand us up. Idiots Go Running jerseys, and
what's your top going to say?
Yours is Idiot A for
So
Andrew.
yours is
Idiot 2.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Idiot A. Idiot 2.
Idiot 2. So when you see us running down it's going to be yellow jerseys, high vis, because we're not that much of an idiot. We've still got a family to come home to, so we don't want to be killed. Yes, we're going in high vis, so we're not total idiots. And
the other good thing about this challenge is there's a bit of motivation to actually get up and do something, whether it's me with a bit of strength exercises. And today I did actually go for a close to 5 mile run. Now here in Northern Ireland we've just had snow and it's still a bit cold, and it's a Monday morning, and if it hadn't been for the motivation of this challenge, I would not have been going out running this morning. But it got me out early, it got me up, it got me going, and I felt better for it. So there's been a few times this month where I haven't ran too many times, but I would have ran an awful lot less if I hadn't been for this challenge. So it's good to have a challenge, it's good to have a goal, something to aim for, and it's certainly getting me out and doing something, and something to look forward to also, Colin.
Yeah, I fell the other day on the ice. It was very icy, and I fell.
Which was the same morning I was running, and you text me to say, watch out, it's icy, I fell, and I thought, I'm going to watch out because he fell, and I didn't fall.
Yeah, I actually rang my wife afterwards. She was dropping the children to school, and I said, "Be careful on them roads because they're icy." She goes, "What happened?" And I said, "I fell." So it was basically going the back roads up a hill and no footpath, and it was crossing across the other side because it was safer because of the bend, and I just ended up on my back. Thank goodness there was no car coming. But the funny thing was, I tried to get back up, and I couldn't get back up because my legs just started slipping again. So I was like Bambi on ice on the side of a road early. I think it was last Tuesday, was it? Yeah, early in the morning, Bambi on the road. Had a head torch.
And that raises a good point, Colin. What happens on the last Saturday of the month? Say it is snowing. Say it's torrential rain. What do we do?
Put a running jacket on.
So if it's snow, if it's ice, if it's raining, if the sun's splitting, the last Saturday of every month, we're doing this no matter what.
Yep, get hard. David Goggins, stay hard. What says get hard or stay hard?
So David Goggins
either way
is ultra marathon runner and ex-Navy SEAL, and he's quite the character. His language is quite colourful if you do listen to either his books. But he's a
censored one.
He's an inspiring guy, and he's got a few sayings, and that's one of them. Get hard or stay hard, I think. And Roger that.
Roger that.
He was ex-Navy SEAL.
Here we go. Let's look up a quote. What does he say? Give us 2 seconds. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. So that mentions nothing about snow or nothing about wind or rain or ice. Suffering is a test, and that's all it is.
Doesn't say anything about lattes either, which I'm a bit concerned about. But anyway,
no, David Goggins.
He's probably not a latte kind of guy, is he?
No, he doesn't sound like a latte guy. Probably takes his coffee good and strong. I probably couldn't even drink his coffee; it's so strong.
So that's David Goggins. If you want to look him up, he's an inspiring guy and
very impressive. He's not an idiot. No, he was an idiot in the beginning.
He was indeed.
He tried to run a flipping marathon on nothing, and he ended up, was that an ultra? He ended up in a bathtub.
Yep.
Half dead.
Yep.
So, you know what? we're all idiots, and he turned out pretty all right.
He did indeed. And I think that'll do us for episode 1 of Idiots Go Running, Colin. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Sounds
and
good.
Just a spoiler alert, me and Colin are professional idiots, so do anything we say, or if you attempt anything we say, take it with a pinch of salt, because we are idiots, and it's...
Yeah, we don't want no claims coming through.
We don't want no claims coming through.
No, honestly, everything we're doing is us putting our own selves at risk. And, you know, the first thing people will say is when you're running from A to B is, oh, are them roads dangerous? And my response is always, I don't make the roads, I just run on them. So one day when you Google myself, Colin Goodman, it'll be, I don't make the roads, I just run on them. I might make up my own one. Should we make up our own one? That could be my one.
Mine's the latte quote. I can't remember it, but I know it was semi-funny and semi-true. So our next podcast is going to be, we'll have done the first challenge, all being well, and we'll tell you our results, how we get on. And until the next time, my name's Andrew.
My name's Colin.
And this is Idiots.
Are we going to really do this? Go running?
We just did.
Seriously.